This is my review for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. So far, we haven't gotten any time elements. I've played the first couple of stages, and it's not about time. It's more about dimensions. But overall, it's pretty decent. It's a very nostalgic trip to the very frustrating world of Crash Bandicoot. I was frustrated at times. There was a lot of times where it just wasn't. It was difficult. It wasn't easy, and quite frankly, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed dying a lot, and that says a lot about a game. As far as graphics go on the Nintendo Switch, I'm giving this one like an 8.5 because the graphics were fantastic for a handheld console. Now, sure, it's a simple 3D platformer and it's very simple polygons, but the graphics were great. There was a lot of shadows, there was a lot of flames, there was a lot of elements, there was lightning, there was all sorts of cool elements going on the screen, lots of things moving all at once, lots and lots of polygons, and everything held together really well. I didn't feel like there was any frame drops, I didn't feel like there was any sort of problems coming out of it whatsoever, so I felt like it was a great experience playing here in docked mode, at least. I haven't played in handheld yet. Gameplay wise, I'm going to give this a 9. I love a good platformer. I love a great 3D platformer. There was like over the shoulder, behind view types. There was side scrolling platforming. There was even some scenes where you were running towards the camera. There was a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. You could be a completionist and go really careful and get all of the little wampum fruits, or you could just kind of speed run your way through it. There's no wrong way to do it. It feels really good. The controls are responsive. Everything's crisp. I'm giving gameplay a 9. As far as audio goes, I'm also giving it a fairly high score. I'm giving it like 7.5. There was dialogue that was well acted from everybody except for Crash. Crash doesn't talk, but that's pretty normal to have a silent protagonist. If you want to Google that phrase, silent protagonist, you'll find out why. It helps the player or the watcher of a movie establish a connection to the character, put themselves in that shoe. So Crash doesn't talk, but everybody else talks, and there's dialogue that explains a little bit, but it's not too. It's not patronizing. It doesn't over-explain. It doesn't sit there and go on and on like I am right now. So I think it does a great job of keeping it succinct and doing a good job with the dialogue. Everything was well acted. The sounds were great. I love the music. The pacing, it sounds good. I'm gonna give the audio a 7.5. Story, I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I'm actually gonna give it a 5. It's your typical 3D platformer. The story isn't what keeps you playing this game. You're not like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's gonna happen next, or it's not some thrilling Game of Thrones like adventure where you're trying to figure out who's doing what to whatever. There's nothing like that. It's pretty straightforward. You're just going from world to world, from dimension to dimension, chasing bad guys that are trying to destroy the world. Be evil. They're just being evil, and that's what they're doing. But that being said, that rates the game at a 7.5. A 7.5 for me. High score for gameplay. High score for graphics. Fairly high score for audio. Like I said, the story at a 5. We can take it or leave it. But that's not what I'm there for. I'm there for good platforming, and this game delivers. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, definitely delivers excellent platforming for somebody who was a fan of the original Crash Bandicoots, the original Spyro the Dragon, anything sort of like 3D platformers, Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie, those kinds of games, those Nintendo 64 style 3D platformers. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. It's for you.